This is censorsuit, which can see through walls. Recently, the United States has been in turmoil due to the TikTok war between Musk and Trump. Tesla dropped by 14% in a single day, shocking everyone. This topic will be covered in more detail June 7th, 2024. In the 2024 United States presidential election, the relationship between Musk and Donald Trump was more ambiguous than anyone else's. One of the reasons President Trump was elected was due to Elon Musk's influence. Many people say that he played a kind of kingmaker role. At that time, Elon Musk donated $27 million, or $3.7 billion, to Donald Trump's presidential campaign and did everything he could to help him win the presidential election. At that time, other major American companies donated money to both the Democratic and Republican parties to some extent, but Tesla showed the unique face of a man who donated 100% only to the Republican Party, which drew a lot of attention. Anyway, Donald Trump was elected president, and President Trump began to keep Elon Musk close by his side. From right after Donald Trump won the election in November, Elon Musk stayed close to President Trump and became deeply involved in the activities of the Presidential Advisory Council. At the time, President Trump's daughter even called Elon Musk her mentor, and they were so close that they even took family photos together. Elon Musk even became chairman of the Government Efficiency Committee to support President Trump's key tax reform pledge. He could only hold the position for around 130 days per year, not 2 or 3 years. As chairman of the Government Efficiency Committee, he interfered with various agencies and fired many people. President Trump received a lot of authority under the pretext of reducing federal support, and he exercised a great deal of power. Elon Musk's excessive interference in the Government Efficiency Committee led to numerous conflicts with White House officials. There were also disputes over authority, so there was a lot of friction. Nevertheless, President Trump publicly praised Elon Musk and showed support for him. Back in March, when Tesla was under political attack, President Trump bought a Tesla car and attended an event showing that he was responding head-on to the political attacks. He also said that if Tesla did anything wrong, it would face hell. The two praised each other and exchanged bromance. The problem is, this dreamlike relationship didn't last very long. The relationship between Elon Musk and the government deteriorated when Musk was excluded from the list of effective beneficiaries. Musk aimed to reduce the government budget by $1 trillion to about $1,356 trillion through large-scale restructuring. Despite firing many people in an attempt to cut the budget, he failed. By late April, he had to leave the White House. The White House claimed Elon Musk's departure was due to a 130-day annual limit on government work, but this explanation was met with skepticism. The genuine dispute between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump started on May 27th. In a May 17th Columbia Broadcasting System interview, Elon Musk rejected the Trump administration's surveillance bill, expressing disappointment that it was being used to suppress political opponents. He said it undermines the efforts of government agencies working to reduce illegal surveillance. The following day, X announced via social media that his term as a special public official had ended, formally declaring his separation from President Trump. The conflict escalated dramatically after this. Initially, he tried to appear as if he was coping well. X's recent posts show no indication of turmoil. Let's examine the content of his posts. Initially, there were no notably powerful statements. As Elon Musk continued to criticize President Trump said he was very disappointed in Elon Musk, but also mentioned that Musk won the election even without his help. In response, Elon Musk said that without his help, Trump wouldn't have become president and that he was truly disappointed. In response, President Trump said that the easiest way to save billions from our budget is to cut off government subsidies and contracts for Elon's companies, such as SpaceX, and even threatened to cut off all federal contracts for Musk's businesses. In response to the president's decision to cancel contracts, Elon Musk announced on X that SpaceX would start removing its Starlink satellites right away. Next, Musk began to attack President Trump with sexual scandal allegations, and Elon Musk posted on X that it's time to drop a real big bomb. The Epstein case involves Trump's name, and that's why Musk said he would drop a bomb if the case isn't made public. What is this Epstein case? It's a document related to the sexual crimes of billionaire Jeffrey Epstein, who was convicted of crimes such as soliciting and trafficking underage girls and later died in prison. Rumors suggest connections between elite groups, but the full document has not been released. But there was a bombshell claim that President Trump is involved in this case. If this turns out to be true, it is expected that support for the Trump administration will drop sharply, and President Trump himself will face a lot of criticism and blame. President Trump has also been accused of sexual harassment against underage girls, so this might not be surprising. President Trump responded to Musk's reaction by claiming on Truth Social that Musk was crazy. Musk called him a coward, said he wanted to go to Mars, but told him to go back to Africa, revealing a heated exchange between them. Even now, they continue to exchange fierce words and are still fighting. As the relationship between the two people worsens, possibly beyond repair, the United States is expected to be greatly impacted. It is predicted that Musk's company will lose its government subsidy cooperation agreement. Agence France Presse reports that SpaceX's Crew Dragon is currently the sole American spacecraft certified to transport astronauts to the International Space Station. The contract size of $4.9 billion, or approximately 6.6 trillion won, is an enormous amount. If they lose this, Musk is expected to suffer a significant financial blow. Of course, this would also be a big blow for the United States, but if Elon Musk's satellites can no longer go into space, the United States would have to rely on Russia. That's the situation. There is also interest in how diplomacy will unfold in the future. On this day, Tesla's stock price dropped sharply by 14 to 26% compared to the previous day in after-hours trading. Tesla's market cap plummeted by $152 billion in a single day, dropping to $206 billion due to the falling stock price. The problem is that if President Trump's reinstatement becomes a reality, Musk's business could face much greater uncertainty, and this may just be the beginning. And since President Trump even pardoned the Epstein case, it seems likely that President Trump will pardon Musk as well. As a result, many investors are expected to be affected. Musk no longer supports President Donald Trump. Just a few months ago, Elon Musk was Donald Trump's biggest political supporter and a key partner in the bloc, but now he is turning his back on Trump and openly opposing the main policies of the White House. Especially a series of posts recently uploaded on X show that he is not simply trying to keep a political distance, but is actually moving to form a new political force. Musk's declaration of political independence is fueling potential division within the Republican Party. Conservative critics of Trump have a cautious reaction to Musk, possibly foreshadowing a split in the 2026 midterms and 2028 presidential election. Musk is symbolically challenging Trump's political base, which centers around Make America Great Again supporters. Also, it seems that this kind of conflict could lead to economic friction as well. President Trump warned that if Musk breaks his contract after their relationship weakened, he could lose billions and face possible political retaliation through contract termination. Such remarks cannot be seen as mere threats. Musk cautioned that if the United States abruptly stopped supporting Ukraine, he would withdraw his involvement in America's Ukraine strategy. The conflict may substantially affect United States security and its Ukraine strategy. SpaceX is the only United States company that can independently send missions to the International Space Station, making it strategically critical for military, intelligence, and scientific technology. If this system is cut off, the United States will be forced to rely on Russia again. This is a difficult option to choose from the United States' perspective, where relations with Russia have deteriorated sharply in the international community after the Ukraine war. Furthermore, there is a possibility that China's space and aviation industries could fill this gap. There are also fears that if Moscow reveals what's in the Epstein files, it might trigger an information war with the explosive power to rock the whole United States political establishment. Jeffrey Epstein's list of sex crime associates remains undisclosed. If Moscow obtains this list, or even part of it, and makes it public, it could cause a shock that goes beyond damaging the reputations of individual figures, and could shake the trust in the entire United States political system. Moscow may selectively reveal classified data on United States, China economic and tech ties, or leverage sensitive info obtained via government ops for political gain. This could threaten not only President Trump, but the entire Biden administration if Moscow actually discloses such information. This could escalate United States domestic tensions and erode international trust in the intelligence sharing system among allies. Thus, the recent Moscow-Trump clash is not merely a personal feud between politicians or business CEOs. This symbolic event demonstrates the collision of power and clash of authority between comprehensive systems spanning politics, economy, security, technology, and diplomacy in a new era. This conflict will likely persist until someone's political or corporate life is jeopardized, rather than ending with a simple resignation or downfall of one side. What is more frightening than who becomes president is when the person closest to that president turns their back. The rivalry between Elon Musk and Donald Trump has begun. Who do you think will come out on top? Share your opinion in the comments. I'll wrap up the video here. Goodbye.